Welcome to Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, where Mr. Ed Cole still owns and resides in his private home that's located on his private property inside this federal park.
Anyone can turn off Boyce Road onto Bar Lake Road and make their way to a public parking lot dedicated for all of us to access North Bar Lake. But there is a private road that leads into the wilderness, passes the southern side of North Bar Lake, winds around the wild animals that live in the area, and eventually dead ends at the one remaining private residence nestled in the corner of Lake Michigan and North Bar Lake. This is the story of that two-story plus house owned by Mr. Ed Cole. Ed Cole was born July 1931 in St. Louis, Missouri. He worked for several large companies in the field of computers before he chose to retire in a home on a lot along Lake Michigan. He said, "My family vacationed here. We already had family living in Portage Lake, and I started looking for land along Lake Michigan. I planned my retirement here." And in 1969, 1 year before the federal government began grabbing land from area property owners to build the federal park known today as Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, Ed Cole broke ground and built his retirement home on the hill overlooking North Bar Lake and Lake Michigan. Most of his neighbors received short-term leases or were bought out by our federal government. But a woman told him that the U.S. government had given lifetime leases to property owners when they were developing the Smoky Mountain National Park. And therefore, Ed insisted, based on that precedent and in fairness, that our government offer him a lifetime lease on his home and property. It took nearly a decade and a half, but the courts forced our government to agree, and Ed and a few of his neighbors entered into non-transferable lifetime leases. During the 4+ decades Ed Cole has occupied his humble abode, he has responsibly cared for the surrounding land, beachfronts, and lakes. Today, lots of people gather to relax, enjoy water sports, or just sunbathe just beyond his property's borders.
And when the day comes the federal government destroys this house and this site becomes rubble, a piece of Americana will end. I am Bradley S. Tolpin, reporting for you.